Good morning, everyone. Tina Spalding, Trance Channel here for our daily Course in Miracles lesson. Today's lesson is number 22. What I see is a form of vengeance. Today's idea accurately describes the way anyone who holds attack thoughts in his mind must see the world. Having projected his anger onto the world, he sees vengeance about to strike him. His own attack is thus perceived as self-defense. Oh, that's good. His own attack is thus perceived as self-defense. This becomes an increasingly vicious circle until he is willing to change how he sees. Otherwise, thoughts of attack and counterattack will preoccupy him and people his entire world. What peace of mind is possible to him then? It is from this savage fantasy that you want to escape. Is it not joyous news to hear that this is not real? Is it not a happy discovery to find that you can escape? You made what you would destroy, everything that you hate and would attack and kill. All that you fear does not exist. Look at the world about you at least 5 times today for at least 1 minute each time. As your eyes move slowly from one object to another, from one body to another, say to yourself, I see only the perishable. I see nothing that will last. What I see is not real. What I see is a form of vengeance. At the end of each practice period, ask yourself, is this the world I really want to see? The answer is surely obvious. So that is Lesson 22, what I see is a form of vengeance. And so I will bring Jesus through now, and we will see what he has to say. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and this is a challenging lesson for those of you that have been taught that God created the world. And this is one of the fundamental issues that's going to start to come up in these lessons now, that you are going to feel at times a great contradiction with. For in your ignorance, you have been taught that God created this world. But when you look about at death and destruction and starvation and poverty and even natural disasters, you look and say, well, how is this God loving if this is the destruction and the death and the separation that we all face? Your loved ones dying, your children passing away before their time. Surely this God is an insane God if he created this. And this is what we want you to understand, is that this world is not created by that one that you call God, all powerful, all loving. For if it was, it would not look this way. Things would not depend on other things to die for them to survive. Everything would not be separated from you, your loved ones, your children. All sorts of things are going on in your lives that demonstrate a lack of love. And if everything was created by a loving God, then you would not experience this. And that is what your clue is, that this is not the real world. This is not God's world. This is the playground of the ego. This is where all of your idols and all of your lusts and all of your wants and needs and fears play out in front of you so that you can see them. And this is why it is so important for you to begin to comprehend the magnitude of the projection that is happening. It is not just you laying your feelings on someone else. This is a level of projection that many modern beings are beginning to understand, that you are responsible for your own feelings. But the whole thing is a projection. The whole thing is a giant projection from the collective consciousness of all of you. Yes, some of you share the same dreams, the same nightmares, but you are the one that is in charge of your projector and your experience and your ownership of that which is called life for this planet Earth here. You are playing your role in the way that you think you should, based on what you have been taught up until this point. We are going to turn you around. We're going to pivot you on your feet and turn you in the other direction, away from fear, away from separation, away from war, towards love. And that is why this takes practice. That is why these lessons seem to be so slow and so cumbersome for those of you that are in a rush. And we want to address this issue here today. Do not be in a rush to deconstruct your personality or your mind. You will not fare well if you do more than one lesson a day. You will begin to destabilize your consciousness. We will repeat that. You will begin to destabilize your consciousness. So do not watch one video after another, pushing because you are tired of your suffering. You will suffer more if you do not do the lessons as prescribed, not as a punishment, but because they are so powerful. They are redirecting you away from darkness and fear, turning you 180 degrees so that you are walking the correct direction and way on the road towards your home, which is love. So know that this idea of vengeance is a challenging one. You may not completely understand it, and that is okay. Remember, you do not have to understand the lessons. You merely need to do them so that your mind is getting truthful information. Remember, your mind is full of untruths, and so you are going to at times react to these lessons as if they are lies. Because when you are told that lies are truth, truth will look like a lie. And so be aware of this as you go through these lessons that challenge the very fabric of the way you look at your world. They challenge your concept of reality. I am that one that you know as Jesus. Be gentle with yourselves, be gentle with your brothers and sisters, and understand that this is a great undertaking, that we are all on here together. Be brave and share these videos. You will be adding a light to someone's life somewhere. Someone will see this lesson and go, what is A Course in Miracles? It sounds intriguing, and who knows what doors you may open up for someone you may not even know. I am that one that you know as Jesus. Spread love and light everywhere you go today, and you will make your experience a better one. We will see you tomorrow. Wow, that's nice. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.